All right. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. And I hope your weekend was good. We'll pop round to each person in a minute and find out how you're doing. So let's start by getting into the superpower state. So take a deep breath, close your eyes, or you can do it with your eyes open if you prefer. And get into your superpower state however you do that. So by using your word or phrase, or by imagining hugging your subject. And feel the sensation in your chest or your solar plexus. Feel your heart opening, expanding. Very good. And imagine that light shining out from you, that light or energy shining out from your heart. And now imagine it spreading down to your toes, up to the top of your head, and out to your fingertips. So you're now full of that light, that energy, that love. And imagine it filling each of the 50 trillion cells that make up your body. Love each cell just for existing. Now imagine the little you, yourself as a child, any age, and fill that little you with that same light, that energy, that love. Love that little you just for existing. Good job. Now imagine that light or energy overflowing from that child and filling your whole childhood. Shining light, shining that bright light into any darkness. Loving it all anyway. Everything, everyone. That's your power. And now fill everyone in this group with that same light, that energy. Love each person just for existing. And feel your heart opening and receiving the love from the others. Very good. All right, you can open your eyes. Okay, so welcome everybody. Let's find out how you did over the weekend. So I'm going to check in order of who's on my screen. So Katrina, you're first. Hey.
Right. What can I say? So I had written here, how are you, Katrina? Did you ask me that?
I can't remember now. I think I just said we'll start with you. We'll find out how everybody's doing from the weekend. We'll start with you.
Okay. So I had written down, how are you, Katrina? And I'd written beside it, perfect.
Very good.
And
I like that.
So perfect for me.
Good.
And that's okay because
good job.
It's me now that has to come first.
Yes.
Yeah.
Excellent.
What have I been doing? I seem to have been very busy, but I don't seem to have accomplished very much. But in my head, I still have a lot of homework, but I have nothing really to report as such.
Okay.
But, I have a whole week.
Yes. Well, what you did accomplish is being perfect.
Okay.
So well done. Good job. Any target for today?
A target is, well, it's not really a target, but it is, you put something on Facebook there about changing memories, but being stupid, having that belief. And so I had one about, being stupid. But long story short was, because I had that, if you ask me what did I want to be, I wanted to be a nun. So I no longer want to be a nun.
Okay.
But I have no idea what I want to be.
All right.
I need a nun. So if we can target that as in dissolve it, the nun bit, that would be wonderful.
Okay. So Steve, if you wouldn't mind adding that to the list, please. Katrina and the nun bit.
And the nun bit. And if anybody can come up with ideas, that's perfect.
All right, lovely. And of course, you don't have to be anything. You already are. So the only goal is to be happy and feel love. And then whatever else is a bonus. So, you start from that state of feeling love and feeling connected to everything, and everything is love. And then from there, you do what feels good, but you don't have to be anything.
Okay. That's a lot of stress flowing off.
Good. Yeah, there's no pressure to be anything. Yeah.
But most people are under pressure to do something.
That's right. Yeah. But you could literally just sit in your garden feeling good all day, and that's accomplishing a lot more than you would ever accomplish, by efforting at anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cheers to that.
Good. As long as it feels good. So the only time it doesn't achieve anything is if you're sitting there feeling guilty, or like I should be doing something, or you're feeling, any other kind of, negative feelings. But if you're feeling good, you are getting more done than any amount of efforting. And I'm saying that from my own experience, from Steve's experience, and a lot of other people. So it's because when you're trying to do something, when you're trying to be something, trying to get something done, trying to make something happen, you're in that state of efforting. So very often the prefrontal cortex is offline anyway, so you're not thinking straight anyway, so you can't come up with the best solutions or the most productive or creative ideas and communication and all of that. And in addition to that, you're creating more of that, if you know what I mean, because what we're feeling is what we're creating in our lives. So the idea is to get into the state of feeling however you want to feel, and then take, if you're going to take action, let it come from that, let it come from inspiration. So if a person sat and watched comedy videos all day, as long as they're enjoying them and feeling good, they're still achieving more than if they were working hard. Because by doing that, they're keeping the prefrontal cortex online, they're feeling in that feel-good state, and they will eventually go, oh, I know what I need to do. And it will come out of inspiration, creativity, and fun, which just creates more of that.
Can I hop in on that conversation, Odile? And I just want to, I want to resonate with that, say yes, but I also want to, and from from having to live with me, that there was a tremendous amount of resistance around that for me, allowing myself, giving myself the permission to do that, because, and I this is the point that I'm trying to make, that we may have programs back there, family belief systems, programs that are saying it's not safe to do that. I grew up in a family where, you had to be doing something all the time. So it goes against everything, and it's a very old, deep program. If you have time to be sitting around on the couch, you could be doing something productive with your life. So there's always that feeling. So there's this deep, there's this deep thing of safety that I have to be doing something, or else I'm not going to be a member of this family. I'm not going to be loved. I'm not going to be worthwhile. So there's just that, oh my gosh, I got to be doing something. So whether that something is doing something productive to be earning money, or doing something productive to be doing self-development, there always is that feeling of I need to be doing something. But leaning into that state of just allowing yourself to feel good, and recognizing that that's the most powerful thing you could be doing, that takes a little bit of time and also work in order to go back and change some of those references there. So it's recognizing the resistance. And I think just acknowledging that there's resistance is a good place to start with that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, thank you, Steve. And thank you for the reminder, because I had a lot of resistance to it as well. So, my brother, my sister, and I were working from 5 and 6 years old. So our family was very much, you work all the time. And it was my sister who eventually said to me, you're not allowed to work. You stop. You don't do anything. I moved in with her, and she said, you're allowed to watch TV, play games, go for walks, look after your son, but you're not allowed to do any housework. You're not allowed to look for work, anything like that. It was like, oh, I can't do that. And that was really hard to do. It's more difficult to do that than to not do anything. But she insisted, and eventually I did that. And that is what led to me healing from fibromyalgia, that combined with the superpower. So, because stress. So, the more you relax, the more open you are to healing and everything else. So how does that sound, Katrina?
Yeah, perfect. Wonderful. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, great information. Yeah.
All right. Thanks for sharing that. And Wanda, hi. How are you today?
Good.
Good. How was your weekend? How did you do over the weekend?
It was good for me, because I don't do the homework.
That's okay.
But yesterday I told myself that it's Mother's Day and I should do the homework, because I should dedicate that day to me. So so the first thing I did, I typed your, when we doing the superpower, I type it before. And I recorded myself.
Okay.
Because I will give up right away, or I will fall asleep when I will listen to, or when I'm looking to find the recording on the computer. So right. I will find an excuse not to do it. So I say, okay, if I record myself, it's going to be in my picture, so I'll be able to access that easily. So then I recorded myself, and then I did it listening to myself.
Good.
And so then I sat on my deck, because I was supposed to be working on the squirrel then. And I just sat on the floor, and I did it like at least 4 times. I was sitting there thinking about the squirrel and doing the exercise. I laid down until the sun was too hot. I laid down there, did my exercise. And then I came inside. So at least I did it 4 times sitting outside, thinking about the squirrel. So so I did that homework, so that was good. And then this morning, I tried to do it before the class. And when I opened the door, the first thing that I said is the squirrel that messed up all my plans again. And I thought, I want to kill her. And then I said, well, you can't think like that. You can't think like that. You're supposed to be feeling love, not trying to kill the squirrel. So then it came to my, well, maybe you could do something else. And so I look online for something to keep the squirrel away and not try to kill the squirrel. So I never thought of looking online for a spray to keep them away, because they're finding something to eat, or maybe feeding their children.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna kill them, but I'm gonna try if I get the spray, so they could stay away and not. So I think that was positive for me. That
very good.
They're gonna continue looking for food, and I can stop them from looking for food. So
right.
I think that was good. Then the other thing I did is I was trying to do it with my eyes open. So I was looking at the recording and I didn't like my image, looking at me talking. So I did the recording looking at a plant because I like plants. So the recording was recording the plant and I was speaking. So I found that more easy to do it with my eyes open, looking at the video and looking at the color green, looking at that plant.
Good.
But I thought that was helpful for me. So
very good. Well done.
I think that's that. And so finally I did some work.
Good job.
And I have a request. I want to request for pain right here. Like where the sternum finish and the stomach, like right there. I like to target that area. Okay. And I have one more thing. The picture that I sent for the group, I was able to target that picture easily, but now I can't. Now I can't.
Huh. That's interesting.
So,
what happens when you try?
It's like I can't go there. I have to go to another picture. Like I can't use that one that was so easily for me to use it before. So now I have to like look for another picture, looking at myself as a younger. I don't know if you have anything to do with me sharing that picture or putting it up. I don't know, but I can't access that picture as easily as I was able to before.
Okay, so when you target that picture, what thoughts or feelings come up as you try that?
It's like I don't want to use it. Like it's like fuzzy. Like I have to look for another one. It's not there for me. I mean, I can think of it, but it's not there. So I don't know what resistance is showing now there that I can target that one. I could go and look for another picture, but I can't get that one.
And so that feeling of you can't use that one now, you've got to choose another one. Where in your childhood did you feel that feeling? And it may have nothing to do with pictures. Can't have something, have to find something else or have to choose something else. You got something?
Yes.
Good.
Okay.
So that's the memory to change then for a start. Change that. And at the same time, love all of it. So when you think of the picture, love the fact that you can't love the picture and love yourself for not loving the picture, all of that. And then in addition, change that whatever that memory is to the opposite, positive and empowering.
Okay.
All right. Good job, Wanda. Very good. And regarding the squirrels, what I want to say is good job, well done. And then also make sure that you're loving the squirrels anyway.
Okay.
So send them love, see that light going to them, love them all anyway, no matter what they do, and imagine that the spray won't work and love that.
That the spray won't work or that it will work?
That it won't work. Imagine that it won't work and they still dig up your plants and maintain that state of love, because that will level up your skill big time.
Okay.
Without expecting any results, love it all anyway, shining the light into darkness.
Okay.
Give that a go. All right, well done.
I want to add one additional thing to that too, in what Wanda was saying, and and of course adding that for everybody else listening in. But when you were talking about not being able to look at your own image in the phone and then changing it to something else. So continue to use whatever it is that you're using now that works, like holding it, but start sending love to the fact that you didn't, or you couldn't connect with your own image on the phone. Send love to that. And just imagine, so you don't have to look at your own image, but just imagine that you're seeing your own image and sending love to that anyway. So it's it's a way to start moving yourself in that direction, a way to start getting in touch with the programs or old references or old memories that are back there that are supporting that feeling or belief that I don't like that image that I'm seeing.
Okay.
Thank you, Steve.
Thank you.
Thank you, Wanda, for sharing. Fantastic. Good
Thank
job.
you.
You're welcome. And Lisa says, everything seems so much smoother, and people that I sent love have been attracting abundance and good things, stroke blessings. Good. The feel-good love state has become a priority throughout the day. Fantastic. Well done, Lisa. That's perfect. Good job. And keep building on that momentum. Good job. All right. And Tina. Hi, Tina.
Good morning.
Hi. Good morning. How are you today?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm okay.
What's been happening for you?
Nothing.
Okay. So were you able to practice this weekend?
A little bit, yes.
Mm-hmm. Good. And when we did the exercise just now, earlier, were you able to do it?
Yes, I was able to do it.
Okay, good. So do you have any targets for today or any questions?
No, actually, no. I'm okay.
Okay. All right. Very good. And so that's, I think, all of the check-ins. There's nothing else in the chat. So let's just do, Amy says, I would like to target health, peaceful sleep, and speaking my truth. Thank you. I need to keep the camera off. Okay, lovely. So Steve, if you could add that to the list, please. The discussion on the photograph was very interesting. Is there another specific expertise to help? So just clarify what you mean by that, to help with looking at sending love to a photograph of yourself, or in general to a target. Just let me know what you mean by that so I can answer that helpfully. Caro says, I'd like to target Luffy, please, the cat who had an accident. Thank you. So Steve, if you could add, is Luffy a male or a female, Caro? Just so I say female, lovely. So I know to say she instead of it. Oh, male, okay. That's all right, good job. Exercises or practice for loving our photograph or images. Okay, so one of the things that you can start with, and I meant to mention this to Wanda as well, is think of the photograph without looking at it. So first of all, think of the photograph and imagine sending love to it without even thinking of the details or anything. Just think of the idea of the photograph and practice loving that first. And then build your way up to then imagine seeing the image more clearly and love that. And build your way up to where you are able to then look at it. When you look at it and you can't feel anything, or you feel any negative feelings, then put it away and start again with your eyes closed or not looking at it, and so on. So that when you look at the photograph and you can't feel love or you feel negative feelings, you just fell off the bike, and that's okay. Just get back on again, put the training wheels back on again, and develop that skill, practice more. In addition to that, of course, find out what childhood memories are there that are creating that response. Because when you look at a photograph of yourself and you can't feel love, there's childhood memories there, there's childhood references. So when you look at the photograph and you can't feel love, you feel negative feelings, or you feel you just feel nothing, whatever that is, ask yourself, how do I know? How do I know I can't feel love? Or what's wrong with this picture? Or what's wrong with this picture of me? And then how does that feel? And then, of course, where did I feel it in my childhood? And it may have nothing to do with photographs. It may not even have anything to do with how you look. It may be something else. In addition to that, you can ask, how did I learn that I'm not good to look at, or that photographs are not good, that I'm not photogenic, whatever's there, or that my hair is too silky, or whatever it is, you know, how did I learn these things about myself? Then go back and change those memories, those childhood memories, to the opposite, positive and empowering, and then come back to the picture again, test it again, see if you're able to love it. It's a really good opportunity to change some limiting subconscious references that will be affecting other areas of your life, and a wonderful opportunity to develop more self-love, which of course will affect everything. All right, so I hope that answers the question. All right, so let's go into this. Let's do the aiming now. So take a deep breath and either close your eyes or leave them open, whichever you prefer. Go into your superpower state, either by repeating your word or phrase, or imagine hugging the person, animal, place, or activity you love, your subject. And notice that feeling in your chest or your solar plexus. Feel the physical feeling of your heart opening, expanding. That light or energy shining out. That expansive feeling. And now imagine that light or energy spreading down to your toes, up to the top of your head, and out to your fingertips. So you're now full of that light, that energy. And now allow it to fill each of the 50 trillion cells that make up your body. Love each cell just for existing. Now fill the little you with that same light, that energy, that love, from the tips of their toes to the top of their head and out to their fingertips. Love that little you just for existing. Very good. Allow that light or energy to overflow from that little you and fill your whole childhood and everything and everyone in it. Love it all anyway. Good job. And now think of your subject and fill your subject with that same light, that energy. And now imagine they don't want to be with you, or they're miserable, and maintain that light or energy. Keep them filled with that love. Love them anyway, no matter what. This is your power, shining light into darkness. Very good. Now let's go to Katrina and fill Katrina with that same light, that energy, from the tips of her toes to the top of her head, out to her fingertips. Love Katrina just for existing. Very good. And fill Katrina's pressure to be something with that same light, that energy. The idea of becoming a nun or not becoming a nun, love it all anyway. Love Katrina just for existing, where even if she never ever does anything else, love it all anyway. She's perfect exactly as she is. Very good. Now let's go to Wanda. Fill Wanda with that same light, that energy, from the tips of her toes to the top of her head and out to her fingertips. Love Wanda just for existing. And now the pain in Wanda's solar plexus area, fill that with a gentle light or energy as well, exactly as it is. Fill that area with that light, that energy, love it anyway. Very good. And now to Lisa. Fill Lisa with that same light, that energy. From the tips of her toes to the top of her head and out to her fingertips. Love Lisa just for existing. And allow that light or energy to overflow from Lisa and to fill everything in her life, including her son from the tips of his toes to the top of his head and out to his fingertips. Love him just for existing. Very good. And now to Tina. Fill Tina with that same light, that energy. From the tips of her toes to the top of her head and out to her fingertips. So she's full of that light, that energy. Love Tina just for existing. No matter what. Very good. And now imagine that light or energy overflowing from Tina and filling the whole room she's in and everything in her life, filled with that light, that energy, that love. Very good. And now to Amy. Fill Amy with that same light, that energy, from the tips of her toes to the top of her head and out to her fingertips. So she's now full of that light, that energy. Love Amy just for existing. And now any health symptoms Amy has, fill them all with that light, that energy. Love those symptoms exactly as they are, even if they never change. Shine that light into the darkness. Love it all anyway. And now think of Amy tonight going to sleep and fill that version of Amy with the same light, that energy. Whether she gets to sleep or not, whether she has peaceful sleep or not, love her anyway, exactly as she is. And finally, think of Amy speaking the truth and fill that version of her with that same light, that energy, whether she speaks the truth or not. Love her anyway. Very good. And now to Caro. Fill Caro with that same light, that energy, from the tips of her toes to the top of her head and out to her fingertips. Love Caro just for existing. And now allow that light, that energy to overflow from Caro and fill Luffy the cat with that same light, that energy from the tips of her paws to the tip of her nose to the tip of her tail. Fill Luffy with that same light, that energy, and love Luffy exactly as she is. No matter what, whether she heals or not, love her exactly as she is, shining that light. Good job. And now to everyone in this group who's not on camera, all those who are incognito, love all of them. Fill them with that same light, that energy, from the tips of their toes to the top of their head and out to their fingertips. Love them all just for existing. No matter what's going on in their lives, love it all anyway. Shine that light into that darkness. Good job. And now to all those who aren't able to love the image of themselves. So photographs, the image in the mirror, whatever that is, love it all anyway, exactly as it is. Even if they never love themselves, love them anyway. And to all those who are struggling with difficult decisions that the COVID-19 situation has caused, any family tensions, love all of that. Love everyone involved, no matter what they think or say or do. No matter what decisions are made, love them all anyway, exactly as they are. This is your power. And to all those who are feeling not good enough, love them all anyway, even if they feel, whether they feel good enough or not. Very good job. And now yourself later today. Imagine yourself later today, and no matter what you'll be doing or how you'll be feeling, fill that version of you with that same light, that energy. Love that version of you just for existing. And as you do this, feel your power, feel the vibration, the tingliness, the power, the expansion, however you experience it. And it's different for different people. But just bring your focus to really home in on it, what you're feeling. Feel that power. And now open your heart further and feel the power, the love, the energy from me to you. Very good. And you can open your eyes. And how is that for everyone? Good? Very good. Any questions or comments? Katrina? Hey.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that the power coming from you to me, it actually was that powerful. I had to close my eyes.
Yes.
Really?
I feel it very, very strongly, especially today.
Wow, yeah, powerful.
Yeah, so because the way I experience it, when I said however you experience, so for me, my hands are very, very tingly, vibratory. I feel it all the way through. So yeah, it's cool, isn't it?
Fantastic.
So we'll keep that in then for future.
Okay.
Good job. Thank you for sharing, Katrina. And anyone else, comments or questions? Amy says, great session and thank you. That would be a nice recording. Yes. Okay. Very good. How's everyone else doing? Thank you. Great. You're very welcome. Thank you for Luffy. Good. Feel super powerful. Good. Very good. Good job. And so you know, when you send this power to people, so like I've just sent it to you, so of course you'll feel it, and then whether the other person feels it or not depends on whether they're open to it or not. So when we're in this group, that's why I started saying open your heart to receive it from everyone else. So when we're practicing here, make sure that you're opening and allowing yourself to receive it, because that's very important. Because when we're stressed or we've got negative emotions going on, which means we've got stress chemicals, or negative thoughts, which means we've got stress chemicals in our system, it of course will block whatever feel-good feelings, because the stress chemicals are stronger because they're for survival. So as you feel it yourself, and then as you open yourself and allow yourself to receive that from others, you'll feel it even stronger. And you'll feel it stronger as we go on. So we will do this this receiving this week. So we're doing the sending, but we'll focus specifically on receiving it as well this week. All right. So if there's no other questions or comments, so over until tomorrow, until we see you tomorrow, of course, keep practicing. Practice on the little things that bother you. Continue to do that. And what you can do as well, if you like, is practice sending to each other. So between now and tomorrow, pick one or more people in the group and just practice sending to those other people. And we'll see tomorrow how that went. All right. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Lots of love to all of you. Look after yourselves, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.